Everyone, and welcome back to the second part about files, input and output. So in the second part, we are going to continue talking about how we can read files and write to files. Mainly, we will try to focus on another technique of writing for the text file, and we will also see how we can write a binary file. Okay, so let's start. So last time, in the last lecture, we have already talked about how to write to files and read from files in text files. And mainly we were saying that any reading and writing for a file is having some steps. The first step, you will create a pointer to a file, and then you will connect this pointer to fopen function, this one to open the file. And you will open the file in a writing mode, or you will open the file in a reading mode, or open the file at append mode. Then the next step is to check if the file is open correctly or not. Then after that, you will start writing using put C, and this put C is connected to the file pointer, and the contents you want to put inside the file will be here. Okay, so this is the contents. Okay, and this is for writing, and for reading exact the same thing. So you will have here pointer, and you will open the file, check the file is okay, and then you will use get C. And usually get C receive some contents from this file pointer. Okay, so this is how we read and write to a file, text file. Today we are going to see another examples about reading and writing to file using not get C to read and write to the file. This is for reading from a file, get C, and put C to write to the file some characters. Now we will see another way is to using fprint. So we will put to the file contents to the file using fprint, and also we will read contents from the file using fscan. Okay, maybe you saw scanf before. It's used for read from the keyboard, but now it's a file scan. Okay, fscan f. Okay, and there is fprintf. So this is mean file print. So you will print to the file, not print to a screen. Okay. So the idea is exactly the same. You will create a file pointer, and then you will connect here. I will connect the file pointer to open a specific file. This one for reading. But here I did something here. I say a plus. That means I want append, and plus here mean append and writing. So reading. Okay. So this is the plus here mean I have not one mode, two mode, append mode plus reading mode. So I want to open this file. This file will be for reading and writing at the same time. Then here, if you see, I say fprintf. Look here, fprintf mean file printf also can be printing to the screen. How? If I put here stdout. Stdout here is a object for screen to control your computer screen. That means I want to print, but I want to print to the screen stream. This is a screen stream. That means this one will be printed to the screen. Also, after that, so this one mean here I'm checking. I open the file. This one connect or open file, and then also check if the file is okay or the file is not okay. Then after that, I will start print to, this one is to check the file. Then after that, I will say I make a while loop, and in this while loop, I say here, read from the keyboard. I will read from the keyboard. I say fgets, and this one read from the keyboard stream. This one is the keyboard stream. So this one is a keyboard. Okay, so from the stdin mean keyboard, stdout means screen. Okay, so I say get from the keyboard some string from the keyboard, and this keyboard string will keep reading until there is enter. Until there is enter. If there is enter, it will not read. Okay, so this is the enter letter, and anything it will read, it will go to the string. This is the array of character. So anything you read from the keyboard will go to the words. Words here is the array of character or string, okay? And I will check here if this one is still reading, that means it's not null. Not null means it's still reading from the keyboard. And the word, the first character in the words here is not equal null, that means it's not empty. In this case, take those, whatever you read, you will print to the file. Whatever you read, so this while here will do reading. So this will read from the keyboard, and then inside the while write to the file. How? Using printf. So this one will write to the file. This is the file pointer, and then I will write to the file what? I will write to the file string. Okay, I will write for the file string. And then after that, this is here, so that means this one will read, this part is read from the keyboard, read from keyboard, and then put to the file, okay, put or print to the file. Okay, so let's go say print to file. Okay, so this one will print to the file. So here is it, print to the file. Then after that, I just print on the screen the file contents, and now rewind. Rewind, usually when you are writing to the file, here's the file, and you write to the file, for example, hello. When you say hello like this, you are writing to file, this is string hello. Now the pointer of the file is pointing here. So this is the pointer where the file pointer is here. And now every time, if you are writing a new text, for example, hello, how are you? For example, you after say, how are you? When you say, how are you? Now this pointer will move, the file pointer will go here to the end of the file, okay? So every time you write to the file some contents, there is a pointer inside the file, and that pointer will tell you where are you now. So if you want to, why we need this pointer? We need this pointer if we want to append to the file. For example, later I want to append to the file new contents. When I append, the new contents will come after this pointer. So this is why with this pointer is automatically moving when you add new contents to the file. So this one will keep tracking where are you in the file now, okay? Now, when I do this word rewind, I make this pointer go back to the beginning of the file. Why I put this one to the beginning of the file? Because I will start now reading. I want to read. When I start reading, if the pointer is to the end of the file, in this case, it will not read anything because the reading will start from here. From the end of the file. But if I put the pointer to the beginning of the file, now the reading of the file will go and read all the contents of the file. So this rewind here mean I move the pointer to the beginning of the file. Okay, so after I move the pointer to the beginning of the file, I will make while loop, and then I will scan. I will just scan. Scan means read from the file. I will say scan, and then this is the file pointer, and then I say I want to read the string. And this string, whatever string I read, I want this one to go to the words. Okay? Go this one to the words. Whatever I read, I want to put the contents to the words array. Okay, if this one is going well, if this one is equal 1, that means everything is going well, then print the words to the screen. I want to see what is inside the file. Okay, so this loop will keep doing scan string and then put this one in the word. So he will keep scanning words until this one not equal 1, equal 0 or equal -1. Okay, so it's not equal 1 mean we reach to the end of the file. Okay, so this loop will keep running, and then after that, this one here is just a closing of the file. So this one, close the file, close file. Okay, so these two lines. If this one is not closed, then so if there is a problem in the closing, then you will say print on the screen. You will print in the std error. This one error stream. This one we call it error stream. And this error stream is between brackets, we can say screen. It's a screen. It says screen, okay? So it's a screen. So it's print on the screen error close file. So there is a problem to close the file. But this one will never happen if you are running this software correctly. Okay? Okay, so this is how we read the file. I want to show you this one inside Visual Studio. So here's the file. And in this file, look here, this one will generate some, it will open some file wordy. And if you, let's go to the, where is the file? Here is it. And it will be some file wordy here, okay? So this is the file, automatic. If I delete this file, let's delete this file. And then I will, let's make this one txt because it's text, okay? So it's fine. And then I will open this one as a write mode. And then here in the write mode, I say, for example, this is file contents. Okay, and then I click enter, and then good. For example, here I say this one, goodbye, and then I click enter. Now, if I click enter in the new line, if I click enter alone, that means it's finished reading the contents of the file. Why? Because I said here, I keep reading. So here I will keep reading from the keyboard until there is enter at the beginning of the file. Here is it, at the beginning of the file. If there is a word at the beginning of the string, in this case, stop reading. Stop. Don't put this one in the file. Don't put this one in the file. So here, so this extra contents will not go to the file. Okay, so let's see if this one will go to the file or not. Then after that, okay, finish. I will click Control Z. Control and Z mean finish of the file. So I finished that process. I want to close this while loop. Okay, so I click like this, and it will tell me here is the contents of the file. The content of the file, this is file contains contents, and then goodbye. And here you will find. So this one should be not there, this extra contents. Okay, so let me just run. This is something wrong here. Okay. This, okay, this is fun, for example, and then I click enter, and then extra, and then Control Z, and this is fun. Extra. So this is, well, yeah, this is reading the extra here. So this one should not be if there is a null here, and this one is 13. Okay, so yeah, it will keep, so this is keep reading until you put this Control Z. So this one, Control Z, will stop reading from the keyboard and put to the file. Okay, so yeah, this is how this one is working. So by the way, fscan here, you can put if you want. So some of you might be confused. So this one here is, you can put this one if you want. You can put this one outside. Okay, and okay, so this one you say, take it outside this one, the sentence. You can put it here if you want, and then you will say FP is not equal null. So it's okay. This one will work the same way. Okay. Okay, so this is the same thing if you want. And also this one, fget, this one read some, read from the, so I can take this one outside, okay? And then I put it inside some variable, okay? I put this one inside some variable. For example, I would say here, this one fgets, this one is a function, and this function, if you see here, this one will say, fgets return for you pointer to a character string. Okay, it's pointer to a character, so I can create here character pointer. Okay, like this. and then after that, I will check this one inside. But this is not a good practice. So you can, why you have to create extra variable here? So you can put this one directly, and whatever the result of this one will come here. Okay, so this is the good practice in C programming. So, but if you want to keep it in a variable and then check these variable results here, you can do that. Okay, so it's up to you to do this kind of practice. Okay, so just want to clarify these points. Now let's, so this is about how to read and write text file in different way using fprint and scanf. Okay, now let's go to another type of now, yeah, this one here is the seek. So you see here the rewind. You see here rewind means make the pointer go back to the beginning of the file. You can do this one, go to the beginning of the file to make a reading. If I don't put this one, imagine I don't put this one. Will this one read from the file anything here? So let's see if this one will read anything from the file or not. So I will say here, okay, so I will say here, this is fun, for example, and then after that I will say Control Z. This is means stop the reading, and let's read. What is the output? It say nothing. It does not read anything. So stop the software. Why? Because the pointer of the file is at the end of the file. So you should not do that. You need to reset the pointer of the file like this. This is one way to reset the file. Another way is to reset the file using fseek. So I can use fseek. This is a function also to control the pointer of the file. So I can control the pointer, and I will say here fseek the file. Okay, so fseek the file to. So this is, here is the function. What is this fseek doing? So fseek will receive the file pointer, and then it will receive to how much you want to seek. So I want to seek 0 for, okay, 0 here, and then I want to seek to where? I want to seek to set. Okay, seek set. Seek set mean to the beginning of the file. Okay, so if this one and this one are exactly same thing, you can do any of them. So let me stop this one and run again. Yeah, here is it, fc. So let's see if this one is exactly the same or not. So here I say from seek to the beginning of the file, and then how much every time when you seek, how much you need to jump. This is the amount of jumping. Okay, so the amount of jumping is just 0. Don't jump any. So I will say here seek, and then I will say, for example, this is, okay, so let's see here, this is fun, and then Control Z, and you will see here this is fun. Exactly same thing. Okay, so this one will send the file to the beginning of the file. If you want to jump to a specific location, you can say from the beginning, I want from the beginning jump 5. So that means what this one will do. This one will do something similar to here. Here is the file. So if you have a file, and then you'll say from the beginning, jump 5 bytes. So from the beginning, here is the pointer should be from the beginning. Okay, from the beginning, jump 5 bytes. That means the pointer will be here. Okay, after 5 bytes. So this one is the meaning of the 5 here. So let's check this one here. Okay. I will say, for example, run. And then I will say here, this. And then enter is fun. Okay, and then now let's see, after we seek from the beginning 5 bytes, what will happen? What will be the results? Where is this? This is 1 byte, 2 byte, 3 byte, 4 byte, and then the enter is another byte, 5 bytes. That means it will just show is fun. Why? Because from the beginning I say jump 5 bytes. So it will jump 5 bytes and it will start reading from is fun. That's it. Okay? So this is the meaning of the seek here. So you can control the seek. So there are three types of seek. There is a seek from where you want to start. So I want to start, for example, seek. I can so another seek. I can say seek to the end, from the end, and then from the end go back -5, for example. Okay, you can do that. Or from the current location, where are you now? For example, seek from the current location. Where is the pointer now? It's at the end because we are writing to the file, so it's the end. And then from the seek, you go back -5 bytes if you want. Okay, so this is how this kind of seek. So there are three types of seek. Usually the most famous one is seek from the set, that means from the beginning, and then from the beginning you can jump how much you want. Okay, and usually this is positive. From the beginning, jump 5 bytes or jump 6 bytes or so, whatever. Okay, so I hope this one is clear about seek. So rewind is mean this one. Okay, so rewind, start from the beginning and don't go any byte at the end. So just stay at the beginning. Okay, so let's continue. Now, the second thing I would like in this lecture, or the second part of the lecture I want to talk about, you see here the seek. You can make it a minus here if you are at the end. So from the end, go back minus how many you want. Okay, so this is the minus in the case of the seek end. Or maybe seek current. Seek current could be taken positive or negative. Okay, now the next topic we would like to cover in this lecture is how to write to binary file. Binary file means files which are not readable by, it's a binary. So how, maybe you will ask, can you show us some binary file? I will show you one binary file before we start writing and reading to the binary file. Here is it. So you see this one is a binary. If you open this file, try to open this one using Notepad, for example, you will find garbage. You see the garbage here? Why? Because this is a binary file. Okay, so the binary file it will be easy to read this binary file using the software, but using the normal, it's not normal text. You will put the contents inside this binary file as a binary. Now, where we use the binary file? Usually we use the binary file if we want to save to the file, not text, we want to save to the file like object or structures. So for example, you have this kind of structure. You have record of students, so you create a structure like name of the student, age of the student, and GPA of the student. And then you want to save to the file, record. So, okay, first student, okay, record of first, for example, Kim, and his age is 20, and his GPA is 2.9. And then another record, you say, for example, Tamer, and age 25, and then this one 3.7, and then and so on. So you want to insert to the file structure by structure or row by row, okay, row of data, one shot. So this is one structure object, structure variable 1, and then this is structure variable, okay, structure variable 2, and so on. So you want to put into the file record by record. You can do that? Yes, you can do this one using binary file. Okay, so if you have a structure and you would like to create object from that structure and save this object to the file, in this case, binary file is a good choice. So here's how example about binary file. Again, same thing, you create a pointer for a file. This is the same. And then after that, you open the file, and this one for writing, this example for writing, and then I will open this binary file. Here is the binary file, and then I will you might ask, is this bin here is a mandatory? No, it's up to you. You can call this one, some people, the binary file could be .date, date like this, okay, or it could be bin, or it could be anything you would like. So it's up to you. So this is binary file, but what make this one as a binary file is the B here. You see the B here? This means binary file. So write binary, or reading, for reading binary, you will say RB, mean write binary, okay? Read binary or write binary, okay? So This after that, I check the file. Oh, it seems like the same. Yes, it's same. So everything is similar, but the only thing here I'm saying this one is write binary or read binary. Then after that, what I did here, I create one record. I say this is a one record. This is one record from the structure rec. Okay, structure rec has one record. Okay, and then what I did here, I read from the keyboard 3 students. I read from the 3 students. So I say scan my record name, okay, and then my age, my record age, and then my record GPA. You might ask, what is the flush here? This one just to clear the, so it will not clear the input stream. We saw this one before. So this one to prevent the problem of you are reading multiple values, and sometimes when you are reading multiple values, it will jump without reading all values. So this is for flush is important for reading multiple values. And now here I read name, I read GPA, and read so I read this one for my record, and then I write to the file. Here is it. How to write to the binary file? I use fwrite, file write. In the file write, I will put the address of my variable or the record I want to write. So I will put the structure variable here, and then I will put the size of the variable. What is the size of the record variable? Because this one will reserve in the memory inside the file. It will reserve inside the file one record or one row inside the file. Okay, and then I will say I want to write one variable, only one variable, and this one here is the file pointer. So which file? This one, file. Okay, this is file pointer. Okay, so I want to write this. So this is the data or contents. This is the contents. I want to write this contents to this file. I want to write this contents to this file. This one is the size of the contents I want to write to the file. What is the function we use for binary file? fwrite. fwrite. Okay, and that's it. And then close the file. Okay, so let's see how we can do this one together. So I will show you this one by example here. Okay, so here is it. I already prepared. I will share this one all with you today. Here, because we have the this one, I will close. So I will say this one property, don't include this one, exclude. So I will exclude this one. Okay, and then I will include this one. So I will go property, and then I will say include this one. Okay, so this is the right file. Here is it. I have the structure. Don't forget about the structure. If you don't want this structure to be here, you can put this structure in a header file. I already showed you this one before. You can put this one in a header file, and then you will use it here. So here I read this file. I read 3 times. I read, so I read my record, and then I put this record to the file, and then again read another one, and then put it to the file, and then again read another one, name, age, GPA, and then put it to the file. So this loop will run 0, 1, 2. So it will this loop will run 3 times. That means I will write to the file 3 rows. Okay, 3 rows or 3 students will be inside this file. So let's see. I will run this one, and I will say here, my name is Tamer. Okay, and for the next is the age, and the age, for example, 25, and then the GPA is 3.8, for example. Then this is the first one. The second one is Kim, and his age is for example, 27, and his GPA is 4.2, for example. And then the third one, for example, Young J, and then his age is 22, and then his GPA is for example 4.3. Okay, so here is the 3 files. Yeah, done. 3 records. So there are 3 records in the file, and if we want, we can check this file. So this file, if I go, you will find this file here, test.bin. if I open this file using Notepad, maybe you can understand some of the contents, but not everything. So here is it. You find Tamer, but after that, we don't know what is this one, okay? And then there is a Kim, and then you don't know. This is some numbers, and you don't know how those numbers are. What are those numbers? Then there is Young J, and then there is some garbage which I don't know what is it, okay? So if you open the binary file directly, you cannot know what is this one. But we will read this one. We will read this one using the read code, and we will read all of them without any problem. Okay, so what we have learned about reading, writing to the binary file, we are using this one. Okay, writing binary, and then we are using fwrite function. That's it. This is the only things available for writing file. Okay. Now let's go to the next. How we can read from the file. Okay, to read from the file, this is the reading. You will do the exact same thing. So you have a pointer of the file, and then you create an object of the structure, because you will read the contents from the file and put it inside this one. Okay, inside this variable, my record. And then I will open the file, exactly the same, but now reading mode. Okay, reading binary. Check the file is open correctly without any problem, and then start fread. This is the reading. Fread means file read. You will read from the file. How much you read from the file? You will read this amount of row, this amount of, so size of one structure record, size of this one, the size of this one, I will read one shot. These things I read, I will read from where? From this file. So this is the file I want to read from. Where I put the data I'm reading, I will put the data inside this one, my record. So the contents will be here. So I will read from the file. How much I will read from file every time? I read 10 bytes plus 4 bytes plus 4 bytes. So the total will be 18 bytes. So every time I'm reading 18 bytes and put them inside this one. Okay, and I'm checking here. Is it the end of the file? Is it the end of the file? So this is if it's not the end of the file. If it's not the end of the file, then print on the screen my record, which now the contents go to my record. So I will print a name. And then after that, read again one more time. Read the next, again, read the next file, and then check. Is it the end of the file? No, it's not the end of the file. Then, okay, go and print the name. You might ask, okay, why you are just printing the name? Can you print the age? And yeah, sure, you can print all of them. So let's play with this one. So that's it. This is for reading from the file. So we are using fread here, and this one to check we are in the end of the file or not yet at the end of the file. Okay, and this one is just close the file. So let's play with this example here. So I will go to the here, and then I will stop the writing to the file. Okay, I will stop this one, and then I will open read file. Here is it, this one. This is the example I will include. Okay, here I'm just, every time after I read and put the data inside my record, I print my record name. But can I print other things? Yeah, sure. Okay, my name. Okay, so the name, okay, I can make it beautiful here. Name. Okay, and then after that, I will say an enter, and then after that, I will say age, like this, and then I will put here some digits. Let's make this one beautiful, and then digits, and then a new line, and then after that, I will put, for example, GPA, and like this, and then is another float number. Okay, so this one float number, and then after that, a new line. Okay, so that's it. And then from this one, I need to put here my record name. Okay, I can make it multiple lines. It's okay. My record name and my records. So every time it will print on the screen whatever I read, it will print here my name and then my age. Okay, and then after one, the last one will be my record GPA. Okay, so there, here we go. So 3 files, and then read again new contents, and then again it will be, this one will be totally different because we are reading new contents from the file and put it inside my record. So we're using one variable. Every time we read from the file, we override this file. Override mean change the contents of this one and print it on the screen. Okay, so let's see if this one is working fine or not. So let's run. Here is it. Here we go. So, oh, sorry. Yes, here we go. So if you see here is it. Tamer, and then Kim, and then Youngjae. Those are reading from the file. Okay, we are reading this one from the file. Everything is working amazing. So the file is the same file. If you put different file, it will tell you error. I am unable to open the file. So let's see. Error, unable to open the file. Okay. Now this file must be the same file. Another thing, can I use seek here when I'm reading to the file? Yes, you can do that. So for example, before reading, I will make here fseek. So I will say fseek, like that means just move in the file. Okay, fseek here. Okay. So fseek, and then I will put the file, that means I will move the pointer before start reading. I will move this one to the PTR. So this is for the file. I want to move the file, and then I will say move this file. How much you want to move this file? I want to move this file one record, just one record or one size of record of the one students. I will move it like one students from where? From the beginning, from the seek. From seek set. So this one mean what? This one mean it will not print the first student. So let's see if this one will not print the first student. Yes, it does not print Kim and Youngjae. There is no timer here. Why? Because I move the pointer one record. How about if I want to move two? So I don't want to print the first two. I say, okay, move the first two. Okay, let's run this one. And here is it, Youngjae only. Okay, so this is how you can control who you want to read from the binary file. Okay, so you can play with the fseek to move wherever you want for reading. Okay, and you can do the same thing for moving the pointer and write even. You can convert to write and seek and then write. So you can do this one. Okay, so this is for reading and writing to a binary file. So by doing that, we have already finished reading and writing to a text file. We saw two ways for reading and writing for text file. We are using for text file cget and also putc. Okay, we use this way, and also we use the other way printf, and also we use the scanf. Okay, so this is for writing binary file, text file, sorry. Now for the binary file, we saw the way of using fread for reading of the file, and we use the write to write to the file. Okay, so those two functions for read and write the file. Everything else, like opening the pointer for the file, check the file is okay, are exactly the same for text and binary file. Also, we learned today how to control the pointer of the file using seek. So we can move the pointer of the file and then we start reading or start writing after we seek. So we can do seeking and then start reading or start writing as we wish. Also, we saw rewind. So rewind here is also to reset the pointer of the file to the beginning of the file. Okay, so that's it for reading and writing to the file. If you have any question, put this question in the discussion section of this week, and we, the TAs, will try to answer your question. And if you have any problem, please let us know. Thank you. We'll see you next week.